So good morning, everyone. I have with me a wonderful young gentleman, Gautam, who has scored a wonderful rank of 65 in NEETPG 2023. Welcome, Gautam, and heartiest congratulations.
Hi, sir.
How are you feeling?
Sir, I'm feeling great. Like the one thing, if I had to feel, is gratitude to all of the mentors and teachers who have, held my hand and literally brought me here, and satisfaction that that hard work does pay off. And as you just mentioned, sir, it's not just an exam. It teaches you about life. That if you put in the hard work and regularly, contribute, like commit to a goal and put in the efforts, it will work out in the end eventually.
Yeah, right. So has the feeling sunk in 2-digit line?
No, sir, to be honest, it's just been a day and it is still sinking in. I hope it will sink in soon, but yeah, I have to pinch myself to say it's true.
Tell us something about you, from where you are, where you have done your undergraduation, and how did you start preparation and your journey?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm Gautam Shrotri. I'm from Pune. I've done my undergraduation from BJ Government Medical College in Pune.
Alma mater.
Really, sir?
Yeah, I'm an undergraduate from BJ.
Oh, I didn't know that.
2006 batch, yes.
Oh wow, okay, that's really nice.
My heart and soul is there, embedded in the library.
So
you enter, you go on the right side, you see the first bench, second bench, third bench. The third bench is where I used to sit.
So definitely I know where to sit and study now. Yes, so I've done my undergraduation from BJ Government Medical College in Pune. I joined DAMS in third minor and I had taken foundation for the foundation course. So actually, I joined for the face-to-face classes because there is no match for the face-to-face classes. So we had like a few subjects covered in the face-to-face classes, but unfortunately due to COVID, we had to shift to online lectures. But even for the online lectures with the eMedicoz app, I didn't find it difficult to adjust. And like I'm really glad like DAMS could switch from face-to-face, though everybody would prefer face-to-face, but since like we had to shift to online classes, but the experience was wonderful, and I have no complaints about that either. And soon after that, we again had face-to-face classes later, so I rejoined that too. So yeah, I joined in third minor, and I started like you could say my NEETPG preparation. I wouldn't say I started it in third minor, but because the foundation and the basics that you learn during MBBS throughout first year, second year, if you read your books well, you will know your concepts well. So I would say like I started my preparation as such in first, throughout MBBS. You have to just keep studying and you need to be consistent. But specifically for NEETPG, yeah, I started say in third minor when I started making notes. And handwritten notes and face-to-face classes are unmatched. Like if you realize that towards the end in the 1 month where you have to cover 20 subjects, and the fact that when you have handwritten notes, it just feels familiar, and you've read it like so many times and you've written it like they're your own notes. So it makes it easier. It keeps your mind at peace. So handwritten notes, I feel, is a must for all students. And yeah, so third minor major, I stuck to DAMS. That's all. I had blind faith at DAMS, and it has definitely paid off.
And then how did you approach your final year? And so you are currently an intern?
Yes, sir. This is my, I just finished my internship. This is my, I attempted it during internship. And in fact, it's my approach to final year was I would, whichever year I was in an MBBS, I would try to focus mainly on those subjects because I felt the first time you read a subject is when you actually understand it. And if you're crowding it with other subjects at the same time, you may not get the same chance to, read medicine, surgery, all of these huge subjects. So I would advise, focus on the subject you're at hand, and later on you will get time for the rest. Of course, make the notes and keep them ready. But my approach was like one thing at a time. So during third minor, I focused on third minor, and during third major, I focused on third major, and I had the notes ready, but before the start of internship. So during my internship internship, at least in my college and hospital, was quite heavy. So it was a blessing having the notes ready, and I kept studying throughout internship as consistently as I could. I didn't really have a specific goal when I should finish my first reading, but the target was say around 6 to 7 months I would get my first reading done, and after that figure out see how it goes. I didn't have a rigid timetable because I knew you have to be flexible. You don't know how it's going to go. You don't know how long you're going to take for your first reading.
Yeah.
So like I kept it a little flexible. Whenever I got time, I would study. I just, you have to just stay consistent as much as you can. You don't want to burn out. It's a long, 1 year is not short time. You have
Yeah.
it's a marathon, although people say it's a sprint. So I tried staying a little consistent. I was slow at times. I had bad days, but you just stick through and trust the process. So yeah, I finished my first reading in around 5 to 6 months, or like 6 to 7 months actually. And after that, like throughout the process, I kept giving GTs. GTs are one thing that even if you don't do well, even if you do well, like either way, they will motivate you to work harder. So it's the only way you can, like gauge how well you're doing. And it's kind of like at least up till 12th standard or up till then, you had like a group, and all of y'all had the same goal, same target. So here it's more of which branch do you want, how much rank do you want, how many marks do you want. So with the same rank and the same marks, some people might be happy, some people might not be.
Yeah.
So you are your own competition. So the GTs are the only way, you have to just better yourself. You can't sit and be like, okay, no, this one's got this much. There's no point of comparison. Comparison will bring you down. So you are your only competition, and GTs are a very good way to, just assess if you're moving ahead. And all you have to do is move ahead and trust in the end, it will be enough. So yeah, like a first revision around 6 to 7 months, kept giving GTs, like all the other resources, like towards the end, like for the past 2 months, like I focused more on DVT and TND or any other tests which would keep your mind occupied, because towards the end, you tend to overthink. Like even in the beginning, you tend to overthink, I have to do this much in this time, I have to finish this subject in 1 day, and then if you can't, then you beat yourself over it. But I don't feel you should do that. Everyone's different. Everyone has their own strategy. No, none of the toppers here are going to give you a strategy which is going to, magically change your life. You have to figure it out yourself, and just trust yourself. There's no way you're going to get through unless you trust yourself, and you will have doubts towards the end. So make your plan. It will change a little, but stick to it as much as you can and trust the process.
Yeah, wonderful. So if I have to summarize, again, the common pattern that is coming, like I'm talking to so many of you guys, and like what Modi ji has said, आपदा को अवसर में बदल देना. All of you have a common thing that you guys put a lot of efforts in making notes in third minor.
Yes,
that is
definitely.
when you started preparation. So all top 100, almost all of them with internship, all of them were very happy with the lockdown and online class.
Yeah, definitely.
They sat down, they wrote the notes in their own hand, and they followed that particular notes as their main bulk of study. And then when they started internship, then very targeted and smart study. And one more thing that stands out in all of you is that although your results are telling us that it's a perfect result, you can't expect a result better than this with internship, 2-figure rank. But the process was not so perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's not like people who are there at the top getting top ranks are not people who don't have any doubts or who are always upbeat or always there, no depression or there is no setbacks. No. So the excuse me, the journey is the same for everyone.
Yes, sir.
It's how you approach this journey and how you overcome your failures and you keep your tempo and your morale high is what makes a difference between somebody who is 6'9" and somebody who is 6'9", 0".
Yes, sir.
So this is a common thing that I'm noticing amongst all of you, that you guys are super, what you can say, stubborn in the way you have approached your life, the way you have approached your exams. It's like, it's not just that I have to do well, but I have to just keep moving forward.
Yes, sir. Like everyone has their own battles, and you cannot compare yourself to anybody else's battles. So only you know what you're going through and the struggles that you're going to have to get through to, see through. So you cannot have like one ideal plan for everyone, but in the end, it's just about, winning those battles.
And the beautiful thing that you have said is that the competition is with yourself.
Yes,
so
sir.
there is no point in asking or seeing what other people are doing, or for that matter, what is happening around you, because there's so much of FOMO.
Yes, sir.
You guys are loaded with information all around you.
No.
And there is one specific advice that keeps coming every day. Do this, do that.
Every day you
why
have
not to
something
try
new.
that? And social media, of course, plays a very big role. You have all sorts of advices and information all around you. So how did you keep yourself away from it? Did you purposefully, like a lot of students, they create a fake profile to ask doubts and then they are off social media? Did you do something like that? Because usually interns don't do that.
No, sir. Like I wasn't off social media, but you have to you have to use social media. You cannot let social media use you. You have to decide what you allow. You have to decide what things you allow to influence you. You have to decide what people allow to influence you. But in the end, I feel like at the end of the journey, I feel there is very rarely you'll find that you've put in the efforts and it has not shown. So you got to a lot of people, like as you said, sir, with all the resources and 10 different options, what do I do? You end up doing nothing. You have to have a start. Like in the end, like if you start with something, have a core. You can waver a little, but you have to stick to your core. Like if you have your DAMS notes ready, make sure you do at least that. If you want to do extra, if you want to do more tests, you want to add to that, go ahead, do it. But you cannot waver from your original, you cannot, because it's very easy to get lost, sir, as you said, with all this information. So all I had was, इतना तो मैं करूंगा, ये तो 100% करूंगा, ये जरूरी है, ये so I had this I will have to do, and if I get time I will do anything extra, and in the end नहीं मिला time extra, to be honest. जितना concise notes थे उतने ही किए, and they were very clearly definitely much that's all you can do, and they were definitely enough. So if there's anything to take away from this, it's that कम करो but अच्छे से करो.
What do you feel, which resource you felt helped you the most during this preparation?
If I had to choose one thing, it would be the handwritten notes from 2 years, because you cannot if I didn't have those notes, then it would be impossible in internship, with the load that you have, it's impossible without handwritten notes, I'd say. And that would be overall, if there's one resource that helped me. And towards the end, definitely DVT is one thing that gives you mental peace. And so as I just said, if you have 15 minutes or half an hour before the exam, and you have to do a short subjects, which are these are, and the short subjects, as you said, sir, are they're the rank deciding.
Yes, they are the rank
deciding one, because everyone has done final year, everyone has studied for university exams.
Everybody does PSM, everybody does pharmacology. Yes,
there's nobody who doesn't know medicine, there's nobody who doesn't know surgery. There are very few people who will be exceptional at medicine or surgery, to get the rank. But the short subjects, the ones like psychiatry, anesthesia, dermat, all of radio, of course, radio orthopedics, all of these are the ones which will decide your rank. So obviously I'm not saying don't do your majors, but these are the ones. And for these subjects, I had definitely used DVT maximum for the shorter subjects, because as you said, so 15 minutes or half an hour, if you have to go through a subject and to ensure that questions come from that, literally, sir, anesthesia ke questions, jo photos, jo diagrams the in those 10, 15, 20 pages of DVT, literally those were asked. So towards the end, DVT is the only thing that gives you mental peace. Otherwise 19 subjects kaise karenge 3 dinon mein, hota hi nahi, kisi se bhi nahi hota. And that's the thing that I have to say, that at a point you doubt yourself, is everyone doing it? Why am I not being able to do it? It's impossible. But you have to know that everyone's struggling. You're not alone in this, and you need to keep your mental peace and just composure towards the end. And DVT really, really helped with that. And I'm very, very glad I did that. And yeah, so for the past month, I'd say, and towards the end, you've studied for a year. So nothing, there's not going to be a major change in your studying, in the last week, ऐसे कुछ नए पढ़ने वाला है कि suddenly वो आने वाला है, ऐसे कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. All you need to do is keep your calm, and DVT really helps. Obviously the strike rate and all is there, all the questions were straight from there. There's no doubt about that. But what I feel it helped me personally was just to keep a calm mind, get a good night's sleep before the exam, and have a composure ki theek hai maine sab subjects dekhe to hai, upar se, but I have done everything. And that's really important, to be able to attempt those questions in the exam. Otherwise you're just okay, I haven't seen these subjects at all, I don't know anything, I won't answer them. So yeah, DVT really was a game changer towards the end.
That is so nice. Acha, tell me now, you went into this exam, 200 questions, you have got a rank of 65. So you have done maximum questions, correct?
Yes.
So somewhere while you were attempting those questions, it must have come to your mind, yaar, this looks like doable exam. At that point of time, if I have to ask you, what is that X factor that you had which you felt made a huge difference between you being 6900 or you being 69? There is always that one turning point in everybody's preparation. So that one, what would you call that X factor to be?
Like during the exam or during the preparation?
No, so while you are sitting in the exam, it usually comes to you.
Yes, sir, it clicks.
Epiphany कि okay, मैंने
Yes,
ये
sir.
कर लिया था. Maybe that is the reason why I'm finding it so easy to be here.
Sir, as you said, like at a point during the exam, you feel like, okay, ये हो सकता है. But I feel one thing that kicked in was muscle memory of giving so many GTs. You know that the first 100 questions can be easy, the next 100 can be difficult. There is you can never be too sure. And I've given GTs where I've gotten really bad scores. I've given GTs where I've confused after an exam. So like giving the exam, I know कि you can't let those things come into your mind कि अच्छी exam है कि बुरी exam है, like getting all the preparation, all of those thoughts in your head, like it objectively will not help. So you need to focus on the exam, and giving a lot of tests I feel helps you focus in the moment. That take it one question at a time. Do not consider कि because if your first 5 questions are bad in the exam, then you might just have a breakdown कि 1 साल पढ़ा है, 2 साल पढ़ा है, and ये भी नहीं आ रहा है. You can't let that affect you. You have to be prepared that even if the first 25 are bad, you can still get the rest of the 175. So you need to, like, I feel the confidence that you get after knowing that you've put in the efforts for 1 year is what will keep your peace of mind. Like there are people who study just the last 3 months and they give it their all, but they know in the back of their head that people have not studied for years, so they will be a little unstable in the head, like not unstable, just they cannot have the composure that a person who has regularly studied, I'm not even saying has put his heart into it or just given it all, just regularly studied for a year, and you've given your best. That's the most important. If you've given your best, you will have the peace of mind that no one else will ever have, and that I feel is a game changer in the end, because in the end jitna bhi padho wo exam mein kya hota hai will depend on this. So if you have that peace of mind, you've given your best. That's all I'd say.
So it's not only about knowledge. It is not
it's
only about the
not.
content. It's actually it's the application and how you keep your head calm and how you go and perform on that particular day. That is what makes a difference.
Yes, sir. Because definitely
this is what I wanted to hear. That is why I always ask this question of X factor.
Sir, an X factor, if you ask, like, in my group of friends, there are so many people who have put in so much more effort than me, let's say, who are much more knowledgeable, who are much more skilled than me. And a lot of credit goes to them for even, pushing me ahead and, getting me where I am. But like, as you said, it's not always just about knowledge, and it doesn't mean that they've not done well or they're not worthy either. Like in the end, we all know that 1 or 2 questions can make a difference of thousands of ranks.
Huge difference, yeah.
Yeah. But, like they're the ones who have driven me to study more. And maybe I guess I had the, composure, or maybe I was just lucky. I don't know. But yeah, but, it's good to have a group of friends who, put in the same amount of efforts and who are, like they inspire you, like, and not just friends. Like my brother, he's doing, like my elder brother, he's doing residency in Sassoon, that's BG Government Medical, like the hospital there. Yeah. And like since he had been down the same road 2 years ago with DAMS, so he was another very good mentor I had. My parents are both doctors, and more than doctors, like they've been a constant support throughout my life. So X factors तो बहुत होते हैं.
बहुत सारे होते हैं.
Yeah, बहुत सारे होते हैं.
And to reach in the examination hall with that stable head, and like you said, no regrets. Because if you have given your 100%, then obviously what comes out of it is acceptable.
Yes, sir.
Now that result could be anything. It might be something that you love, you like, something that you might feel कि अरे इससे भी अच्छा कर सकता था. But at the end of the day, आप सोते हो अच्छे से हो कि नहीं यार मैंने तो अपना 100% देके किया.
Yes, exactly. That's
wonderful,
exactly.
Wonderful. So any take-home message that you would give to your friends, your juniors who are still preparing? Anything that you feel you want to share with them?
Like the take-home message, as I've said throughout, but is that you just got to trust yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. You will have bad days. You will have moments where you will doubt your journey. You will have moments where you want to give up, and you will have, you'll have a lot of different people around you who are on their own trajectory. But the main thing is you should not compare. You should, just have faith in yourself कि तू जो कर रहा है वो सही है, and you're giving it your best shot. Like even if I hadn't gotten this rank, I would still be happy that knowing that I've given it my best shot. And especially if it's an internship year, it is very variable. Some people have really, really heavy postings. You don't get an hour to study every day at times. But if you can, study for half an hour, 1 hour a day, you had only an hour. You cannot compare yourself to somebody else who has an entire day of studies. You just can't. It'll bring you down. So just make sure how much ever you study, whatever you study, which like whatever strategy you follow, just make sure that you are honest to yourself and you give it your best shot. So at the end, the result will not, make a huge difference that kitna will I 69 or
So
69,000.
basically, focus on the process and not the outcome.
Yes,
That
sir.
is what
Focus
we
on
keep
focus
telling
on,
everyone. Focus
yes,
on the
sir.
process.
And
As much as
trust.
you enjoy the process, outcome
Yes, sir.
can be in your favor, sometimes can't be in your favor. You can't really control the outcome, but what you can control is how you go through the whole process. Something
Yes,
that you
sir.
have done tremendously well. I'm very, very happy for you. What are
Thank you,
your
sir.
plans now? What are you going to opt?
Sir, actually, I had decided like so even the basic medicine karna hai ki surgery, but I will give it time. Luckily, counseling is a little delayed, so
Yeah.
I will have time to decide.
So you're
But
preparing for INI-CET? Is that in sight?
I was waiting for NEET results, and now I'll take a call. I haven't yet decided if like it depends. If I want surgery,
You
then
look like a typical Punekar to me. You're not going to look that way.
So you don't need to call me out like that. But yeah, I will. I mean, I'm not sure if I'll give it, but I will consider it.
But I know because I have a lot of friends who never ever left Pune. They are like, यही हमको यही Bud Garden Road ही अच्छा लगता है.
Yes, Mumbai is great, Pune is great, but yeah, I'll take a call soon.
So that is wonderful. So it was really nice talking to you, Gautam.
Yes,
You're a very bright, young, very vibrant kid. It was very happy. I'm very, very happy to see you here.
Thank you,
And
sir.
all the best to you for all your future endeavors. And do contact me. You are
Yes,
my.
sir. Yes, definitely. I will.
We will be in touch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you,
All
sir.
the
It
very
was a
best.
pleasure
Bye.
meeting you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Same here. Same here. Bye. Have a great day.
Bye, sir.